In 2019 alone, there was a production of more than 82 million tons of eggs in the world, and China produced more than 466 billion eggs, which is around 34% of world's eggs production that year. And studies say that each person on an average eats one egg every 2 days. So that means there is a huge demand of eggs. And also the interesting thing about egg is, if you put down the competition between all the foods out there to find out the perfect food, egg would easily be a contender. So today in this video, guys, we are going to talk about the amazing story of this egg, which for me is a superfood and which is highly nutritious. So let's begin. So how does this story start? Obviously an egg will have to start as an egg. So what happens is, parent birds, they will lay fertilized egg, and that fertilized egg will go through the hatchery for 21 days, where it stays at certain temperature and certain moisture, and after 21 days it will hatch into a beautiful chick. And then that chick will go through a specialized barn, which is also called pullet barn, where it will stay for until 18 weeks, and in 18 weeks they become mature and they will start laying eggs. So after 18 weeks, hens will start laying eggs every single day until they are 70 weeks old, and after that their laying frequency decreases. When the hens turn into 18 weeks, they will be transferred into different type of barns. One of them is called battery cages, where 1 to 5 hens are kept in small battery cage like enclosure. The problem with battery cage is that hens can't move from one place to another, and they have to live in a small enclosure for their whole adult life. And there is another type of barn which is called enriched cage, which is a modification to battery cages, where almost 40 to 80 hens are kept together. That is still a cage, but is enriched with perches, nesting area and scratching area. And the other type of barn is called free run system, where thousands of hens are kept in a long barn where they can easily move from one place to another, and where they are provided with litter area, nesting area, perching area, and they can also be turned into aviary, where they have different layers of structures. And some of the farms are also free range, where birds can go outside when the weather is good. So there are different type of barns out there, from battery cage to enriched cage to free run to aviary to free range. And irrespective of the type of the farming system, care you provide should be very good, and you have to follow strict animal care guidelines, and you also have to follow food safety program, because if you don't follow food safety program, and if the quality system of your farm is not very good, then egg might be the source of salmonellosis or several other bacterial disease. So you will have to follow strict food safety program and quality assurance program. And also you will have to make sure each birds are getting food every day, water every day, proper amount of light, and proper amount of health care. So what do the hens eat? They usually eat a well-balanced diet formulated by the animal nutritionist, poultry nutritionist, which is a mix of carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, minerals and water. So the water is provided separately through nipple drinker or bell drinker, and feed is provided separately through round feeder or a feeding trough, depending on the barn you have. And also it is really interesting that food affects the color of yolk inside the egg. For example, if your birds are eating more corn or maize based diet, then the color of yolk is more dark yellow, whereas if the diet is wheat based, the color of the yolk is more pale yellow. Now let's talk about the egg. As I already mentioned, hen will start laying egg approximately around the age of 18 weeks, and they will keep on laying until they are 70 weeks old. This might vary depending on the breed as well. If you go to the supermarket or in the store to buy eggs, you might see different type of eggs. Some of them are white, some of them are brown, some of them are of different color as well, and also there might be eggs which is vitamin enriched or omega enriched. So those enriched eggs comes from hens that are fed special diets, and for the brown eggs, they come from the hens whose earlobes are usually red, and they are also coincidentally brown feathered mostly. And white eggs comes from the hens whose earlobes are white, and coincidentally most of them are white feathered. So what happens to the eggs once they are collected? Once they are collected, they are stored in a chilled area or cooler, and then they have to go through cleaning and grading process. and candling process. So what happens is eggs are usually cleaned and gently scrubbed so that dot and other particles which are attached on the surface of eggs are removed. This is really important from food safety point of view, because if there is dot and other things that are remained in the egg cell, then that might be the source of bacterial disease. So this is really critical process of food safety program. And once they are cleaned properly, then they are candled by a technician. So candling is the process with which they determine the quality of egg, and also they determine the quality of yolk, egg white, egg cell and air cell. And candling is usually done by throwing bright light to eggs in the dark room. And this grading process is really important because eggs are graded based on weight, and their weight determines the price of the egg. And this grading system is dependent on the country. For example, if you talk about Australia, there are usually 5 grades. One of them is king size eggs, if the egg is roughly around 73 gram, and another one is jumbo, which is roughly around 68 gram, and another one is extra large, which is roughly around 60 gram average, and another one is large, which is roughly around 52 grams, and another one is medium, which is roughly around 43 gram of eggs weight. And once they are graded, they are packed in a package something like this. And also if you see the egg, some of the eggs are stamped like this, which is a part of traceability program. You can see here something is written in the red color. So that is a part of traceability program that helps determine when and where that egg was produced. And then once they are packed in a package like this, usually in a dozen, as you can see here. And it all again depends on the farm and country as well. Some of them can be packed in the carton with 18 eggs or 24 eggs as well. And as you can see here, you can see the name of eggs and also the weight of the eggs here. And if you see here, you can see the barcode, the nutrient analysis, and also the address of the farm. So these are the things that goes in the package. And once they are packed, this goes in a carton, and then carton goes in a pallet, and they are stored in a chiller, which are ready to be shipped to the store. So what happens to the egg that doesn't go to the store? Not all eggs are of perfect quality to go into the store. They are equally nutritious, but maybe the egg cells are broken or something else happened, so they can't be sold as I shown already in a cartoon. So what happens is those eggs are broken and they are sold as liquid eggs, frozen eggs, and also they might be separated as egg white or egg yolk, and they are sold separately. And also they might be sold to restaurant or bakery, where they can be used to make sauce like mayonnaise. They can be used to make ice cream or bread. And also some of the eggs can be a part of cosmetic products such as shampoo or other makeup products. So eggs are usually shipped to the store or supermarket within a week of their production, which is really important from quality assurance point of view. Because if you can't maintain the proper temperature and if you can't maintain the proper supply chain, then the quality of egg will go down, and which is really bad from food safety point of view. So once they reach the store, they are immediately put into the cooler, and also they are put into the display refrigerator, which is temperature controlled. And in that display refrigerator, you can see different type of eggs. Some of them are brown, white, maybe different color as well. Also some of them are labeled as cage-free eggs, caged eggs, or free-range eggs, or organic eggs. And the price of eggs depends on the type of eggs. For example, if they are organic, they might be very expensive, and also free-range eggs are more expensive than caged eggs. I personally prefer not buying caged eggs because I think the welfare of the birds are compromised, because they can't really move and they can't really get resources to show their natural behaviors. So whenever possible, I try to buy free-range eggs or pasture-raised eggs. So now you bought the egg. So as soon as you reach home, you have to store that egg in a refrigerator, because that process is really important again from food safety point of view. And then your egg is ready to be eaten. So you can eat your egg as scrambled egg, omelette, or hard-boiled eggs, or soft-boiled eggs, or poached eggs, or you can mix that egg in different foods and make your food your own way. So this is the story of egg, guys. I hope you liked the story of this egg, and also thumbs up to all the farmers who work tirelessly day and night to produce these nutritious eggs to you. And if you like my video, guys, please do not forget to write down comments in the comment section, and also please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again in next video. Until then, bye.